Cardano uses a functional programming language based on Haskell to ensure deterministic outputs of code written on the blockchain. In this lesson, we'll learn more about Plutus and Marlowe and how developers are getting on with building decentralized applications. Plutus is one of the most important components of Cardano that enables the creation of smart contracts and decentralized applications. Smart contracts are automated contracts that can be used to exchange money, property, shares, or anything of value in a transparent way while avoiding the services of a middleman. Plutus is an advanced programming language that allows developers to write smart contracts on Cardano in a functional way. It is based on Haskell, which offers a unique combination of top-notch security and high performance. Developers will be able to create dApps using Plutus and Haskell, then run them on the blockchain securely and efficiently. Plutus was born out of the desire to have a clear, intuitive, and consistent language for writing smart contracts on Cardano. It has been specifically designed to interact with a blockchain. It is based on Haskell, which is a general-purpose functional programming language that has been around for decades and is widely used in industries and academia. Plutus programs run in two different environments. The first one is a blockchain node, where your financial contract will run when it will be submitted by someone who wants to use it. And the other is your desktop computer, where you can write and test your contract locally before submitting it. A contract has no state other than the value of its bound variables. It can read and write data to the ledger, but cannot store any information locally. The only way to change the outcome of a contract based on changing inputs is through recursion, because there are no loops or variables in Haskell. The value of each bound variable appears in the output of the transaction. In addition, a contract can return a list of events to record in the blockchain's event log. One thing to consider as it comes to importing external data into a smart contract found on the blockchain is the use of oracles. An oracle would be useful for gathering data such as price feeds or any other external measurement of value, such as the given price of any specific currency. Haskell has long been used for writing critical financial software like Barclays trading platforms and the Bloomberg terminal. So it makes a lot of sense for the use of Haskell in writing Cardano's smart contract language, Plutus. The reason Haskell is such a good fit for financial programming is that it allows you to build large systems in a principled way from small components. For example, Plutus contracts are written in a subset of Haskell, a subset that is functionally pure and has no side effects. This means you can be certain that if you give your contract the same input data, it will always produce the same output. Now that we have an understanding of Plutus, let's discuss Cardano's domain-specific language known as Marlowe. Marlowe is a programming language for financial contracts designed to make it easy for non-programmers to write financial smart contracts such as derivatives, loans, and other agreements. It also makes it easier for programmers to formally verify that these contracts are correct. Marlowe is part of IOG's efforts to bring formal methods to smart contract programming, but it differs from previous approaches by being designed specifically for use in financial applications. To achieve this, its designers studied finance theory, particularly the work of Nobel Prize-winning economist Kenneth Arrow, who pioneered much of the mathematical thinking behind modern finance. This resulted in a set of built-in abstractions based on real-world financial concepts, such as time and money, rather than more generic concepts like lists, functions, and variables found in other programming languages. Marlowe was designed to be a simple and powerful tool for financial modeling. Its syntax has been kept as simple as possible so that both programmers and non-programmers can use it. Marlowe can be used for a number of use cases, but it's particularly suited for building interactive financial contracts, simulating business processes, and modeling financial markets. It works in a sandbox environment, allowing all kinds of developers to write smart contracts on Cardano. In fact, mostly it's intended to be used by those who may not even have any coding experience. Currently, Marlowe will run on Cardano, but it's not tied to Cardano only. In the future, it can be used to write smart contracts on other blockchains as well. Let's briefly take a look at the Marlowe playground and some helpful sites to get started with developing applications on Cardano. So we are taking a look at the computer and we've got play.marlowe-finance.io. That is the name of the website where we can go to find the Marlowe playground. If you simply do a Google search for Marlowe playground, this will also pop up. Just make sure that you're going to the official link. on the top right, we'll be able to get a quick tutorial and even some more documentation regarding Marlowe. One thing that's really cool is that it provides tutorials here in terms of the logic behind the syntax, which is used for Marlowe. They've even got a really cool concept to Marlowe called Blockly. Blockly, very similar to what you would expect with Legos, allowing you to piece together different forms of logic to build your own financial smart contracts. So I think it's really cool the way that they've laid out this smart contract programming language, specifically meant for financial applications. I think that for somebody who might not have a whole lot of programming experience, like let's say you are a banker, or maybe you have a finance background, maybe you worked on Wall Street and you've got a pretty good idea of the way money works within an economy, and you have an idea for a problem which you see in any given financial market. Marlowe is exactly that in terms of what you can use to build these financial applications. So check out this website. This is going to be great for getting up to speed with Marlowe and using the Marlowe playground. This is, of course, something that I think will require more in-depth information, so stay tuned for an updated course in the Cardano 201 lesson series, where we'll go more in depth with learning about Marlowe. But this is one website I would highly recommend. And then another, if you want to get started with something like, say, Plutus, for example, maybe you're a developer and you want to put something together like an NFT marketplace, or you want to build something along the lines of a decentralized exchange. Getting up to speed with some of the documentation found on developers.cardano.org is something I would highly recommend. This is a hub of information for developers to get started. This is giving you direct links to the GitHub repo for the Cardano repository. You've got dev tooling, so lots of cool stuff. You know, you can access all that here based on your interests and what it is exactly that you're building. So I'd highly recommend that you check this out as well. There's even a blog talking about some of these projects, so you can learn more and get up to speed with what they're building and how you can get involved. So those two websites are two which I would highly recommend if you are a developer. If you want to get involved with Cardano in the more technical side of things, those are two great places to get started. So that is what I have for you here today in this lesson, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Another great way to help support the creation of this content is to delegate to Kaizen Stakepools. Join us for our next episode of the Cardano 101 course, where we'll look into some of the DeFi applications being built on the Cardano blockchain. I'll see you there.